What are we getting the snow pants for?
To climb Mount Walmart.
Mount Walmart. Do you want an elastic too to fix your hair?
No. That they're having a complimentary color fade.
Oh jeez.
That they're having a complimentary color fade.
You're gonna wake everybody up.
Pepsi.
So we're back to try to see if she can climb Mount Walmart.
I call it Mount Walmart. I named it Mount Walmart.
All right. I think you can. You gotta try to like stick your feet in to get a footing. You might have to go off to the side to try to get to the top. You might have to go to the side to get to the top. You might not be able to take a straight route up. I don't know. I think so. I just don't know which side. Will she make it up by sundown? You have a few more minutes. You can do it. You're pretty close. Oh, I think you're going to do it. Keep going. Don't focus on us. Focus on where you're going. Keep going. You're like one step to the top. Keep going all the way. You did. You going to slide down?
I'm not going to need to focus on getting down. I can get one on down.
Whoa.
That was kind of fun. Sliding down was way more fun than climbing up.
I bet. So after much dismay, I guess, it was time to take down my birthday tree. And of course, this is sadly an activity that I'm going to end up doing myself because I have to do it when Violet is distracted. Otherwise, it's going to become a bigger production than I ever intended it to be in the first place. But since we are doing it this way with me getting a chance to do it by myself, I'm getting a chance to organize these things by month. So now next year, when we go ahead and do this again, Everything will be organized and easier to set up, so I won't be wasting as much time as I did this year with the start, stop endlessness of the cleaning.
Welcome back to Violet's Bakery. Today I'm going to tell you how I am going to bounce to get my trampoline that I got for my birthday.
Now, if there is one thing that this girl has been doing like crazy this week while I spend time trying to clean and organize our living space, it's bouncing around in her trampoline. Especially now that we've gotten some extra padding onto the floor so it's not as echoey as it sometimes is when she's doing her little monkey and circus tricks. But she is having such a good time with learning the ins and outs of bouncing and hanging upside down and being in control of her body and range of motion. It's pretty cool to see, but she still is not as excited as I was when I was her age to flip upside down and around and kind of use the bar as just a way to spin yourself. But, you know, maybe in time. We even found some special gymnastics clothes at Walmart so she can really practice without having the improper clothing be an obstacle for her. Some days she could literally use this for hours on end, which is great and helps me to get some stuff done while occasionally spotting her and watching her do her tricks and activities. But then there are days when she's totally lost interest in this because I have to remind her that this is something that requires her to use a certain degree of safety and to calculate the risk she's about to take before she takes it, because it is something that can result in a pretty significant injury if done incorrectly. So safety first, and yes, it is for playing around to some extent, but responsibly. Okay, so I got some new products from Walmart to try. Let's hope for the best. This is me without makeup. And then, as my luck would have it, I did not get a chance to finish recording my new makeup tutorial and how it all came out even because mommy duties did call. And for some inexplicable reason, Violet was having a complete and utter meltdown over what I still cannot figure out, even after watching all this footage back. But it did end with some hugs and us moving on with some happy smiles into whatever the next activity was about to be. But good grief, sometimes these moments are exceptionally aggravating for me because there really was no reason why whatever her complaint or issue couldn't have waited just a few more minutes so I could have taken care of me. But of course, we're still a little bit lenient at this age with some of that because she's still not quite able to understand that I do, in fact, need time for me to recharge. Okay, so you just said I never listen. So speaking of you never listen, you have 45 minutes left to clean your room before I go in there and start cleaning your room the way that I want it done, because I need to see the floor so that way if first responders need to respond to your room, they can get into your room. Otherwise, we have to get rid of all the stuff. So it has to be stored neatly.
I hope your phone dies right now. I hope your phone dies right now.
You have 45 minutes.
I hope your phone dies before the timer ends. Keep wasting battery on your phone.
So over here we have the dahlia plant that's maybe about ready to start coming back to life. And the violet dahlia, who has 43 minutes left to clean her room.
And I hope you have your phone die. Can I look at the percent on your phone?
So while I endlessly try to give her time to do things herself, and she continues to just kind of do whatever it is that kids do, I decided that I was going to try to make some brownies. So that way, at least there would be something happy to end this day with, even if I do have to go in there and toss her from myself, which ultimately is most likely what ended up happening. But I did make these mint fudge brownies, and I was even able to convince her to try some of them. And believe it or not, she liked them, which is kind of a first because the last time she tried these mint chips, she was like, absolutely not. But in the brownies, she didn't seem to mind the mint flavor, and I think that's really important. These did not last long at all. Check out what else came in from the TikTok shop today. My daughter always asks me whether our dishwasher is dirty or clean, and now she can learn to read that they're dirty or clean. This is a little off center, but you know what? It's a cute magnet. And it was practically free in the TikTok shop. So I had the thing happen again today. It's so annoying having the thing happen. Because it's like, I know that other people probably just think, oh, well, it only inconveniences other people. It doesn't inconvenience me. Because their actions are so blatantly and ridiculously selfish, right? So my mind is just blown. Because I pulled into this spot, right? I always park in compact spot parking, and I park in compact spot parking because I have a compact vehicle, okay? My vehicle is not over 18 feet long, but consistently, I will end up parking in a compact vehicle space next to someone who doesn't understand what compact vehicle parking is, probably because they're driving a vehicle that they don't even know, like, how big the vehicle is. They just need to overcompensate, or their lack of care and concern for other people, so they just have a big vehicle, okay? So, once again, I pulled into this spot because it's the closest compact spot to the door. I'm having trouble walking again today, and my child is sick. So I don't want to be schlepping all throughout the parking lot because, like, you know, the only other available spots are the spots where this asshole should have parked. So what do? I see the spot. Okay. Someone has parked their 19 to 20 foot Dodge Ram once again in a compact spot. A spot that has no pull-through parking because you need pull-through parking. So while we're on the topic of cars, does anyone know how to repair this? I know they used to sell like patch kits or whatever. But I have no clue. I'm not on the up and up. Someone recommend me something. Look at who we found at Walmart. Oh, Jesus. Do you want him? No. He loves you. Also, this month I got a chance to try some of my new resistance band stuff that Violet got me for my birthday and Christmas. I am having trouble committing to using this because it just doesn't feel like it's giving me as much resistance as I want, and I think I just really need a rowing machine at this point, but until I get one, I'll keep using this. So I decided again that I was going to try to film a few food-related tutorials for people who are struggling with their EBT stuff this month. So many eyes on these that I'm just like tempted to save some of them, even though it's easier to just boil these to get the skin off. Ugh. During the last few weeks, I've seen a lot of people posting and struggling about food in their homes on social media, so I decided that I would try to make some money-saving and EBT-friendly food tutorials and see if maybe that helped to kind of feed the intellectual flame that exists on some of these profiles. And I decided that for this week, I was going to work on mashed potatoes, which is a tried and true classic, even if my child refuses adamantly to eat them for whatever reason.
Hello, welcome back to Violet's Makery. Today, I want to show you this new thing I got from Walmart.
I think that, just truth be told, she was too busy in her own room with her own blender that we had just picked up from Walmart earlier that evening, that whatever I was doing was not interesting. And even when I had finished making whatever it was that I was making, she was still so busy playing and having fun with this new little handheld blender thing that she got from Walmart that she was just so not interested. And that's okay because, you know, there will be food ready for her when she is hungry later in the day. And sometimes it's not really as important about the time, but more or less the fact that she is eating and making healthy choices. I mean, this thing is really cool, and I never had anything that was this neat when I was a kid as far as baby doll toys that mix. I think this is like a kinetic sand type of ordeal to make your own little claymation, clay action thing. I don't know. I did, in my defense, have an Easy Bake Oven, but she does use the real oven, so I think that these play pretend items are super fun, and this was a really good clearance find at, I believe, $7. I still have been making time, even if it is very, very late at night, to keep up with my working out and self-care, and I'm starting to see some progress. But with some progress in some areas does come setbacks in other departments, and I was starting to have some more pain and joint issues with the cold and snow, but I'm hoping that by spring I will be in better condition and none of these things will matter as much as they matter at this moment right now. But I keep finding myself becoming very persistent and not willing to let go of this goal, and that's really what's important. So sometimes during the day I throw a 15-minute workout in, sometimes it's late at night, sometimes I don't have adequate clothes on, and sometimes I do, and that's all right, because you know what? I'm the only one that's really watching me do this, and it has to get done. No ifs, ands, or buts, and sometimes these things that are preventing us from working out, like not having the right clothes or footwear or space or whatever, are just silly excuses, because there's always something you can do, no matter what stage of the game or part of your day you are at or in.
Well, I see she already came out here, so she's probably ruined the surprise of the tree. But whatever.
Okay.
I decorated the tree for you
Thank you.
with your Valentines.
And then he put these presents under the tree for them. Like
Where are my Valentines?
right there.
Okay, can you get it for me, please?
Okay, I just have to move my walk-in. I could only make babies and silly willies.
Yeah. This is my Valentine's Day present from Violet. She painted it herself.
And Mom gave me some presents too. I put them on the tree.
What else do you got on the tree? Ooh.
I can't reach.
You gotta get closer. You can reach that. You gotta get closer. And then all the little hearts.
Heart receipt. I love those. How many hearts are on the tree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is up there.
I think that we had a pretty good time overall celebrating Valentine's Day. Violet had a lot of fun with the things that she made for her dolls and giving them their little presents and paintings that she worked really hard on, and then eating, of course, all of the candy that she got for Valentine's Day herself. But of course, in true Violet form and with the help of her pal Rocky, she ended up taking the heart-shaped molds that came with her candy back to her room to mix up some of her Play-Doh, sand type stuff and make a heart cake for her baby dolls with her new little blender, because that is still the moment right now for her. So she is enjoying every second of it, and who could blame her? And then, of course, for dinner, Violet decided that she wanted to go to Taco Bell, which was the last time that we have actually been to Taco Bell ever, because this was so bad, believe it or not. that I don't even want to get into the whole story of it. But the long story short is that their manager, who is new to that location, decided to intentionally give us cold food, and it was just a miserable experience. So we won't be back. But we did get a chance to open up some of the packages that came just in time for Valentine's Day from the TikTok shop. So I had more goodies than I expected to be opening on Valentine's Day. Sometimes these items end up coming as free samples from TikTok sellers, so it's a surprise what arrives. And sometimes these are things that Violet and I have ordered and just kind of hoped that they would arrive, and they ended up arriving, which is so cool. I mean, I got heart pajamas just in time for Valentine's Day. But I guess that's all for this week, and we will be back again with more next week. Hope you had a great Valentine's Day.